Hello there, folks. Hey, this quick video today is going to talk about how you can use complex code to change the color status of something on your screen. And what I mean by complex code is here we have a couple valve tags in this application, and if either one of these happens to be on, we might want the color of some indicator to change. So there's a couple ways you can do this. One way you could do this is you can go over to your data tags, and you can see here I got a couple flag tags because these are valve things, whatever. And I'm going to create a new flag tag here. And I might call this one color status, for instance. All right, so this color status tag, I want this guy to go on when either of these are on. So I want to do a complex code OR statement. So on this color status tag, if I hit the pull down here, I'm going to choose complex, and here I'm going to type some code. So, and I want to return a 1 if that's on. So I'm going to type the word return, and then I'll do two open parentheses. I'm doing two open parentheses because it's a complex statement. Either one of those valves needs to be on. So here's how I'm going to do this. I'm going to go over to the right to my data tags, and I'll drag this guy out here. Notice, team, because I drug it out from my folder, it puts the folder name, dot the other folder name, dot the valve. And I'm asking, does that equal 1? So I'll do a space. Two equal signs will ask the question, and then a 1. There's the first condition. And I'll put a close parentheses because that's one condition. Since we're doing multiple conditions, I put a space. You don't have to, but an OR statement is the pipe character, which is on my keyboard, the shift and the character right above enter. There's a straight up and down thing. That's called the pipe character. And then I'll do another open parentheses. And then the other condition is I'll grab the other valve and I'll drag it out here like this. And once again, I will put two equal signs and a 1 to ask the question. Let me make this a little wider. Can I make it wider? Maybe I can't make it wider. I can go that way. There we go. So here at the end, so since I have two conditions, I'm going to put one close parenthesis, which goes with this one, and then I'll do another one, which is the whole equation. So if that's correct, and I'll put a semicolon at the end there. So if this equation is correct, then this is going to return a 1. If not, it will return a 0. And up here where it says complex code, you're welcome to type something. I'll just leave that complex code for today. I'll click the OK button. If everything's correct, it should accept it. Notice, team, that the icon went from being blue to yellow. That's our way of indicating that it's a formula tag. Now, the purpose of this is to control some colors of something on my display page. So if I go to the Colors tab, you can see there's some default colors here of red and lime. So if it's off, it's going to be red. If it's on, it'll be lime. All right, so let's try this. Let's go over here to Display Page. And the way I test things is I go over to the right, Data Tags. I'll grab this tag out here just to see if we can watch that guy go on and off. Let me make this a little bigger so it shows up on our video here. Okay, so we're going to see this thing change on and off, but what the person really wants to do is they want to change the colors of something. So I'm going to go over here to right and go to primitives. If I'm in the core primitives, I'll grab one of these rounded rectangles, for instance. Let me grab something that's totally different colors. This yellow, for instance. Okay, so the yellow, I want this guy to actually change colors based on this status. So I'm going to double click on this thing. On the figure tab, you see down here where it says fixed? Well, you got a couple ways you could do this. You can hit the pull down here and you can choose tag foreground, which will open up the target symbol, and you can just grab this and drag and drop it right here. Boom. That's going to grab the tag foreground. Or you can also do this way too. This is the way I teach is I just grab this and I'll drag it and I'll drop it right here. Boom. On the word fixed, it does the same exact thing. Notice it changed to red. So it was yellow. You all saw that. Now it's red because it's kind of in the off state. Let's go ahead and click the OK button. Let's save this. Let's download it to our simulator and let's see what happens here. Actually, it's not a simulator. It's a real unit. So if either of these go on, this should go on and this should change. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Look at there. Look at there. 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 Okay. There's a compound OR statement. Either one of those goes on, that color changes. That's one way you could do this procedure. I like this way myself because I can go to the data tags and I can change the colors here and use that. That's one way. But let me show you another method. You could do the exact same thing. Here I am on the display page, and once again, I'll tell you what we'll do this time. I'm going to grab the yellow one out here again like this. okay? And because I know the colors are going to go from green or lime and red again, I'm going to grab a red one out, and I'll grab this green one out. I'm going to show you why I'm doing that here in a second. So if I hit the double click on this yellow one, and here, this time, right here where I had you drag the tag before, this time I hit the pull down here, and I can go down here and choose complex right here. So this brings up this window, and look, it brings up a return and some hexadecimal number. Well, turns out this number that you're looking at here happens to be the color of that icon right now, and that color is yellow. This is the 16-bit color code for yellow. So that is that there, but I'm going to make this kind of do some complex code here to decide if it's going to return this or the other color. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that statement for now. I'm going to go ahead and delete it, and I'm going to ask the question, if two open parentheses, the exact same thing I did on that tag status, but I'm going to do it here. So I'm going to drag the first tag in here like this, boom, two equal signs, one, I'm going to ask the question, I'll do a close parentheses, that's the first condition, space, once again double pipes because it's a complex statement. I'll go ahead and do a space again, another open parentheses, because the other condition is this tag, I'll put it here, boom, 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 equals, one, and I'll put one close parentheses, that goes with that guy, and I'll do another one that matches the big. So that whole equation has to be true for me to return the color of green. Okay, so I'm going to hit enter, I'm going to tab across, and I'll do open parentheses, open squiggly brackets there. I'll hit enter, I'm going to type the word return here. Oops, return. But I don't remember what the code is for that, so let's see here. Well, you know what I'm going to do here, team? Because I don't remember the code, I'll get it in a second here. I'm going to do this for right now. I'm going to put up here, since I did this work, let me go do a /*, and then I'll go to the end here, and I'll put a */. So I kind of comment this out, and the reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to click the OK button here. It accepts it. It's not really doing anything, because I'm going to go over here and I'm going to say, all right, if that condition is true, I want this color. So since I don't know what this color is, I'm going to go here to properties of this green one, and here I'm going to hit the pull down and go down, choose complex. And you can also use a lookup table for these color codes, but there's the color it is for lime, so I'm going to copy that color, click OK, OK, let's go back to, so it disappeared because I don't have anything there, but that's all right. I'll go back here, I'm going to edit the original one here. This time, I want it to return that green color. Okay, that's perfect. Let me click OK, let me go back. Let me get the red color, because I don't know what it is, so I'll right-click on the red one, properties, hit the pull down here, go to complex. There's the code for red. I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to copy that, put that in my paste or my clipboard. Let's go back into our original guy right here, this one here. Hit the edit, and I'll go down here, and I'm going to say this next line, if that top section's not correct, whoops, I need a closed parentheses or a closed squiggly there. And then if the top part's not right, I'll do an else, and I'm going to say here, Control V, return that other color. Oops. And I'll put squigglies. Now I'm going to get rid of these text things that I temporarily put in there to take that out. You can see now the code lights up. And if you want to be really kind to the next guy, you could put a little comment here like return green when either of those are on. Is on. I think I'm not spelling right today, but that's all right. And then down here we're going to say return red when either. Is it OR? I think it's ER. Oh well. All right. So I think I got that correct. Let's try it. Let's click the OK button here. Notice this one's complex code, whereas the other one's using the tag. All right. I don't need these guys, so I'm going to get rid of these two. I'll delete them from our page. And let's go ahead and save this. And let's download it and see if they both work the same way. So here we are, turned on. Look, they both operate exactly the same way. This one is getting it from a color status of the tag. This one's doing a complex code at the graphic. I prefer, I'm going to be honest with you, team, I prefer this method because I didn't have to look up the color code. I can do it here. No big deal. Either way you want to do it, it's up to you. That's kind of a method between the two. So this one here is using a flag tag to control the status of color, and this one's using complex code to determine which the color changes. Anyway, that's just a quick video on 2 different ways you can do a complex code for color status of something on your unit. And this is using the OR command, team, just to reiterate here. This is using the OR, which is, of course, the pipe character. If I want to do the same thing as an AND statement, I'll use the amp. In fact, let's go ahead and do that real quick. So this is color status. Let's change the name of this to OR. Oops. I got a new keyboard, so I can't really type here. OR, and I'm going to just make this easy. I'm going to copy this and do a paste. I could do a smart duplicate. This one, I'm going to do the same thing, but we're going to call this the AND. So that means both of them have to be on for that guy. And therefore, if I'm going to do the AND, I'm going to hit this edit. Instead of using the pipe character that I have here, I'm going to change this to the ampersand, which is shift and number 7. 2 of those makes that the complex statement. So now both of them have to be on for this to return a 1. So I'll click there. Let's go try this. We got that. Let's go ahead and grab, well, it doesn't matter. I'll grab another one of these like this. I'll put this one here. This one's going to be my AND statement. So I'll double click on it. Again, I want to follow this status, so I have 2 ways. I can either drag this and drop it right here on the word fixed, or you can hit the pull down here and choose tag foreground. I'm using the foreground colors, and drag this right here. Either way works. There you go. This is the AND statement. Let's try this. Why did that change? That's interesting. Oh, you know why? Duh, because I added the name. Sorry, team, I made that tag bigger, so that's why I did it. All right, so there's that. And you know what? Play it safe. We'll make sure, let's drive this guy back out here. Place it here. And we'll say same size as this guy, and we'll copy from all formatting there. We'll line this up with the left of this Yahoo. Something close like that. All right, let's try this out, team. We'll save it. And see if we get an AND and an OR statement working here. All right, back to our simulator. Okay, so if either of these go on, oops, I just cheated. You can see that that changes. And then if you watch this one, they both have to be on for that guy there to be on. So there's this one's doing the OR statement, this one's doing the AND statement. Anyway, just a quick video. I could have did the same code here, but I have to copy, paste, and change. Oh, well, heck, let's do it. So if I go here, right-click on this guy, copy it, paste it, drag this guy down here like that, close enough. Let's go to the properties of this guy. We know the only thing we have to change in here is this symbol right here. So we're going to change this to the shift number 7 ampersand sign. And then we have to change this. It's not an either or now. It's both. And this is going to be return a red when either is off. So that's correct. So, oops, that's not the word both. So it'll return a green when both are on. How about my English today, team? When both are on. Okay, yep. All right. So we'll click the OK button. Click OK again. Oops. Let's save it. Let's try this. It should work exactly the same, but let's try it. Boom. There we go. Boom. Oh, yeah. Works perfect. Exactly as we thought. Anyway, hey, thanks a lot, folks. Have a great day. We'll see you later.